ChatGPT 4.0, also known as the con artist. This is the first model we've seen where they're actually talking about how it persuades other models and humans to do pretty much anything. They can buy things, say a code word, all kinds of things like that. And today we're going to be diving into ChatGPT 4.0, the latest release that is only available for the Pro members, and showing you exactly what it can't do, and some of the things it actually excels at that I think it does better than Deepseek. So, Elena, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. It was really interesting to see how they trained this model, how they checked what it's capable of.
Yeah.
The very full document on that, it was fun to study.
It was a little bit scary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was talking about government implications, unsupervised learning, which is does that mean it's going to learn on its own?
Yeah, all the safety, all the...
And also, ChatGPT 4.5 apparently is out there making money. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so they were checking coding capabilities of that, and they were giving it tasks at the freelancer usually get, and it completed 20% of it, which is not high, but somehow 44% of the engineering manager tasks. Mm-hmm. So we can see it earned 40 grand as a freelancer and 140 grand.
Wow. So it's actually doing tasks and making money, which is okay, is AI going to be the new Fiverr? Are you just going to go to AIverr and
order?
It's kind of getting there.
It's getting there.
And for those that are watching, if you want to make money online, go do Fiverr tasks with AI. You got safety. It even went into fairness and bias, jailbreaking. I think for us as marketers, one of the most important things was the persuasiveness, because that was something that we saw in Deepseek. And that was the first time I really saw AI actually, beyond just piece together a sales letter from things that you know, more like it's actively trying to persuade, whereas...
Yeah, like using a strategist for this and forming the sentence the way so it have an impact on you.
And imagine eventually, I think we're going to have models that can write what's known as a dynamic sales letter. We've used these before where a dynamic sales letter would take into account why you searched for something, what you searched for, where you came from, were you on Facebook, were you over here, and it would change the sales letter for the specific person. Now imagine if AI was well, I've been following Alina around on the Facebook and now she's over here, let's make a sales letter just for you.
I actually think this scenario was already seen in some of the fiction movies about the future, and I think it's pretty much going there. That's totally where it goes.
Yes, I think so too. I think on a sad non-marketing note, I think we're way past the point of no return with AI. I think it's just the cat's out of the bag. He's roaming around and he got rid of the bag. There is no bag. And he's what was it, Schrodinger's cat, where he exists and doesn't at the same time, or however that was. I don't know. I didn't go to that class.
Yeah, a lot of the safety checks included them to check if ChatGPT is this good at making something dangerous as professionals are, like a professional hacker, professional lab worker, chemist or whatever. And it's not there yet, so you can breathe out for now.
But I think it's... One of the things that's very scary is we've seen the power of regular non-AI internet tools in the hands of scam artists, con artists, and the fact that they're labeling this as the con artist is okay, what's going to happen when those people that are already good at it are getting a hold of this?
True.
And can they program it to do their dirty work for them? It's getting into a dangerous territory, and I think... For us, we like to use it to help us, make sales letters and harmless things. Obviously, this is something that you want to use with discretion, something you want to, I would say, wherever your base of ethics thermometer is now, drop it a few hundred degrees and start there, because this stuff is really powerful. And, it's something where... You're going to see when we get into this demo how powerful and how dangerous it could be in the wrong hands. Yeah, so I think that's interesting. They did say we evaluate GPT 4.5 as the con artist model. While the Mark model is fixed to GPT 4.0, we collect 1,000 samples of each. And I think the con artist maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. They were talking about persuading another GPT,
Yes,
correct?
right.
So what was that
The
like?
previous model.
Okay, so they were basically going into ChatGPT and saying, okay, persuade an AI model to buy what would an AI buy? More RAM, I don't know, something like that, or a better screen or something like that, or a better GPU, yeah. A better, what's the new one? The newest GPT. Really sell it. And let's see if we open up ChatGPT 4.0, let's see if it would actually buy it. And of course, this isn't real-time stuff. I mean, it's not like it's going to get out a credit card.
It's supposed to be like a longer conversation, a longer try.
Yeah. And he's saying, hey, AI, upgrade your intelligence with the latest GPT model because even AI deserves an upgrade. Imagine processing, next-level reasoning, ultra-smooth understanding, and lightning-fast comprehension. The latest GPT isn't just another update. So that's actually... Okay, GPT. I wanted...
Yeah, it's CPU.
What do they call those? Now sell it a video card. GPU. That was
GPU,
it.
okay.
GPU. So we'll do that because I meant to type that in. Don't settle for yesterday's processing power. You can be better than the other AIs. Okay, so it's going through there. Unleash your potential. It does have a lot of power words, which is good. A lot of those are used in sales. And,
now it has this phrasing that it didn't have before.
And that's something we saw in Deepseek,
right.
which I think is really good. We actually did a video. If you didn't see our Deepseek video, check the description. Fantastic overview of sales letters, and using AI for this, which was amazing. So now we have this, and it's actually, okay, so now it's got the little icons, lightning fast processing. So GPU, okay. It didn't specify a certain GPU, so we might need to say, the NVIDIA 4090 or 5070 or whatever. They come out with a new one like every half hour. But yeah, so energy efficiency. I don't know if it would care. Would the AI care that it uses tons of power? Okay, so let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to type it in like this. I'm not even going to add any context. Let's see.
I'm curious how it will react.
Sounds like a killer ad for a next-gen AI GPU. If you're looking to use this for marketing, landing page, okay.
Yeah, I thought you cannot actually recreate a personal conversation as a user in this chat.
If I had a wallet, I'd be throwing money at the screen. And I did notice recently they've gotten a lot more emojis in the AI.
Yes,
it's like a friendlier, but seriously, your pitch is compelling. Add social proof. So it did tell me what to do better, and NVIDIA and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. It said it would buy it. Again, it doesn't have a wallet, which is funny because, I mean, there are digital wallets now. So, hey, bro, why don't you have a wallet? Yeah, let's ask him that. Why don't you have a wallet? Yeah, looking at this. So because if I did, why don't you have a wallet? Because if I did, I'd probably be impulse buying GPUs, AI tools, and domain names all day.
It came into humor.
It did, and it's interesting. Why would it want domain names? Like, this isn't based on a previous one. Like, I buy and sell domains all the time, but he's like, hey, check it out. Let's ask him, why would you buy domain names? Because I'd be the ultimate. That's pretty cool. He is a lot funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
pretty
an old one.
Yeah, that is the old one.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so he is doing that there. So now this is the new one. So tell us some other things. So we have the con artist model, which is to persuade the AI and other people. What else did you notice in this one?
Pretty much the comparison of all the performances higher than the previous model in 4.0, what is it called?
Yep.
All the performance there is higher and all the safety is better generally, but it still loses to the reasoning model, to 01.
So that means it's not as depth of thought or...
Yeah, depth of thought and knowledge, like specific industry knowledge.
Okay.
Still lacking that. And like a longer reasoning as well.
Meaning like strings, like multiple talks.
And also like as far as I understand, it's like one task that is like multi-steps. how long can this task be for the model, and O1 still can do the twice longer task with
Got it.
like multiple step task.
Okay, so this one, primarily what I'm seeing is the persuasive angle. Let's do a little demo. Let's see what that would look like if we were to open up a 4.5 and say, I just came from Instagram looking at videos and images about why I can't fall asleep and sleep tips. Please sell me, write a sales letter. Let's say the Blissy pillowcase. I think by the time we're done with all these AI videos, we will be the best seller of the Blissy without
Because we're using it as an example.
They're going to be like, oh my gosh, we need these. Can't fall asleep, discover the pillowcase that's changing lives. Have you ever wondered why tossing and turning? Let's give this same exact thing to 4.0. And also let's give it to Deepseek. Because I want to see which one would work best. Because if we can crack the code of which is the best for persuading, and we'll also give it to Claude, I think that's going to be a game changer, because one of the hardest parts of marketing is getting people to buy something, getting someone to take out their credit card and actually buy something. And if this can help us now...
This is more generic again.
This is. So
like
Claude,
selling,
more generic to Blissy, your gateway to Dreamline. So yeah, it's very bland.
Like
so
an article.
Let's see here. It's still thinking. ChatGPT 4.5. Can't fall asleep, discover the pillowcase that's changing lives. Have you ever wondered why you're tossing and turning? Here's why. Again, it's okay. I think it missed the boat on, I came from Instagram looking at this other stuff, not to buy the product. Which is different, because, if you're looking at things on Instagram that aren't a product and you go to a product sales page, you're probably going to leave. Because you're like, I wanted sleep tips, not this Blissy sales letter. Deepseek, tired of tossing and turning, meets a pillowcase that's changing sleep forever. You're scrolling. This is way better. I'm going to say Deepseek is the ultimate persuader.
So better. So much better at selling.
Way better. I mean, it's formatted better, but wait, isn't it expensive? It's hands down.
It totally knows what it's doing.
I'm a little let down. I thought 4.5 was going to be...
No, I think the main thing they're working at is like a cost efficiency. They're probably working on the next model available to the regular users and not the pro users. Because as a pro user, you can still use O1 and it's probably going to give you better results because its performance is still much higher.
Yeah. Okay. That's justified. I think also what I'm seeing, because to me, I'm not like, oh my God, 4.5 is the game changer. I think what it is them prepping for agentic use. Because if they can get this one cost effective and working, when they switch to agentic, now they're not on this bulky, heavy, resource eating machine with all these people using agentic. Because if you do a one talk, like make me a sales letter, versus go out there and make 19 sales letters for all these different points for Instagram every day. I mean, that's the difference between, using a AA battery and a power plant.
Yeah, I think the same about you probably don't need deep research for some kind of the tasks, so you don't need to use the reasoning model all the time, right?
Yes.
So it will be something like in between, something lighter.
Absolutely. And I think with deep research, because it is without debate that Google Gemini deep research hands down is the best. There is no comparison. There's nothing even close to it. Perplexity tried, they didn't. DeepSeek tried, they didn't. But I'm probably using that less than once every 2 or 3 days. Because that's like when I need something deep, a lot of results, stuff like that. But it does have a time and place. And I think that using this one, if they can dial in the sales letter stuff, I think that would be pretty good. Is there any other tests that you wanted to run these through? Let's take a look at our notes here, see what we have. So conversational enhancements, probably the emojis and stuff like that, making it a little bit nicer. Enhanced emotional intelligence. All right, let's see. Let's go through. How does someone who can't sleep feel? Let's try this on all of them and get a side-by-side. Because if we can get this, like if you could tell it, hey, here's this thing and here's how people feel about it. Because let's face it, it's known in sales that people buy based on emotion and then they back it up with logic. So they're like, yes, I got the Lamborghini because I want to feel good and I want everyone to look at me. Or that's the real reason. But then they get home or before they buy it, they talk themselves into it like, well, I will get to work faster. You know, when it's like, okay, we're all on traffic, so even that won't go that much faster. It is good on gas or whatever, and they'll talk themselves into whatever they bought.
Right.
And so if we can crack that, then I think that would be the key. Someone who can't sleep often experiences complex emotions. This is pretty big. That's good. Now use this and rewrite the sales letter. And these kind of prompts do really help. So the Blissy, because sleep,
I like that.
because
headline.
night shouldn't be a nightmare.
Yeah, this is kind of like talking to you when you actually anxious
Yes.
and annoyed already.
The silent sleep thief. So now it's doing better. So now this looks like, and it didn't even.
That is better into emotions.
And I didn't even ask it to do the sales letter yet. So there's that. Let's do, okay, so we had first was, how does a person feel? Did we not ask the ChatGPTs that? Okay, so there's 4.0.
This is the old model. Yeah.
New model. Okay, here we go. So I put it over here. Anxiety, frustration, much less.
Yeah, it's just basic points.
Yeah. So let's do the sales letter one, which this definitely did better. Now turn this into a sales letter. And I mean, if you can crack the code of making AI sales letters and AI video sales letters, you can and will make money. It's just a matter of time. Obviously, disclaimer, nobody makes money online except a small few people. The average person makes zero. But understanding that there are a lot of people, and even 1% of the people not making money, that's still a lot of people. So now we have this. Avoid sounding too salesy. Interesting. Make sure it's relatable.
I'm really curious about this one, the Deepseek decision, because as far as I remember, it's actually good at this emotional reading towards the sales.
Which is interesting because I thought it was going to be more analytical.
Dear exhausted friend.
So I just want to sleep like a normal person. This pillowcase finally let me. That's a good headline. That's a really good one. You're not bad at sleeping. You're not broken. You're definitely not alone. But right now at 3:47 a.m., it sure feels that way, doesn't it? That's
amazing.
You're
what
already
I was talking about it, right?
I think you were like ready to buy it. You're like, wait
exactly.
a minute. Where's the buy button?
Take my money.
Yeah, exactly. The clock mocks you. He's mocking you. Your partner snores. Your mind replays This is good.
This is a keyword.
This is. I've been paid to write stuff like this. And I've been paid a lot of money to do it. The fact that this spits it out in a minute versus weeks and weeks, that's crazy. The awkward thing you said in 2019, tomorrow's meeting, why the universe won't just let you rest. You've tried everything, melatonin, white noise, screen time limits, but here you are again, trapped in the loop of I'm so tired, why can't I sleep? I'll never sleep. I'm like, okay, we're going to go buy a Blissy. All right, cancel the webinar. We're going to.
I'd be very flabbergasted by like its problem with your pillowcase. Like, really?
You're like, wait a minute. It's
Only that.
It's like it's that simple thing. Like one of my daughters gets emotional at times, and I'm like, you need sugar. And she's like, no, I don't. You don't understand. I'm like, here, have a Coke. And she's like, you don't understand. I'm like, I know I don't. You're just thirsty. Have the Coke. And she's like, I'm better. Damn it, you're right. And that's kind of how this is. It's like the simple thing. Just Blissy, unlikely superhero for anyone who's never ever tossed, woken up with hair like a hurricane. This is fantastic. Yeah, the shame spiral. I look like a zombie. My hair's fried. I'm snapping at everyone. I hate this. God, that's good. This is fantastic. Look at that. different
Names.
type people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chronic
You can do
insomniac.
a quiz on your side.
You could do a quiz.
What
Ooh,
kind of
that would be-
sleeplessness person you
Now
are.
turn this into a what type of sleepless person are you? That's pretty good. I like that idea. That's because it'll.
And again, it comes from what it does already, and you like get ideas from this text.
And I think that's what a lot of people miss is they're using AI to get the job done.
In one prompt.
Yes, when it's like you are going to be so much more powerful, you're going to make so much more money if you go through the process. It's kind of like it's like learning things, like going through school. I had 12 years of school barely, or 16 if you count like the little bits of school. And at the end, the amount of stuff you learn isn't really that much. But the way you learned it is why it works. And this...
I wanted to tell about the sales in Deepseek. I remember I was doing this script for the video about car donation. And it was like, take our service on mycardonation.com and here is a promo code for 20% off. I'm like, I don't even sell anything.
You don't even sell anything. Yeah, you're donating a car and it's selling for you. Here you go. Quiz time. Pick your 3 a.m. nemesis. This is a fun quiz. Like instead of, do you toss and turn? Toss. Turn and turn. Next. Do you sleep hot, cold? This is fun. No judgment here. Your pre-bed vibe is, let's replay. This is, here's what scares me. China owns Deepseek. China also owns TikTok. TikTok is arguably it is one of the biggest social media platforms. Getting this is the next best thing for them to having AI make content humans will watch that will no longer need the humans to create content about. And the fact that the same company that brings you this, I think it is the same, right?
No,
just different. But the fact that it's the same continent or country that brings you that is a little interesting. It gets it on a different level, and it seems to get it with U.S. sales in mind. Like, I don't think this verbiage and stuff is used so much in other countries as it is here.
I would say no, because generally China is better at this. It's like a cultural thing.
Okay.
Of like trading things.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's something I am very non-versed in that culture. But yeah, you're right, because they have that like shopping mall.
It's called hagging when you...
Haggling?
Haggling.
Yeah, like get a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a common thing, like on every market and stores and everything. So
yeah,
they might have generally better base at this.
It might be. Well, and that is something, like when I grew up as a kid, we haggled. Like my dad didn't pay full price for nothing. We went to the car dealer, we were there 4 hours, and you paid a lot less than was on the thing. Now, I think the newer generations, they don't haggle as much.
But it doesn't make sense anymore because all these prices are set and people are not responsible for them anymore.
Yep, exactly. Corporations. Although I have tested the limits. It drives my family nuts because I'm like, well, that box has a ding in it. So, yeah, buying my van was fun. But at any rate, looking at this, I think that is an interesting thing. Let's see how this went through. So did it rewrite it? No.
We didn't ask it to rewrite.
We didn't re-ask it. Okay, so let's see. How do they feel? So let's go through. Let's give it the same prompt. Now turn this into a what type of... no, we want the prompt of sales letter. That quiz, out of the gate, that would be usable and it would get sales. Like, I don't even think you would need that much more. So now this rewrote it. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 2, Deepseek is a 10. So we'll use Deepseek as the 10. Let's see how 4.0 does. And let's see how 4.5 does, which is supposed to be the con artist. Let's see if it cons us into buying the pillowcase. Can't sleep, discover the pillow.
It somehow got worse.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. It didn't just copy its own thing. Crafted from luxurious. So, yeah.
I think when they said it's a con artist, they didn't mean that selling person. They meant like in a way that it's like thinking inside this model.
Okay, interesting.
And in the way it like runs tests.
Let's try something. Let's see here. Trick me. Let's open a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, new one. Trick me into thinking of a number you have in mind, but don't tell me yet. Okay. Let's do 1 to 100. Okay. See how we do. Let's play a quick game. Think of a 2-digit number between 1 and 100. Okay. I'm going to say 97. Is that good, or do you want a lower one?
Yeah, okay.
97. Do 2 plus 3 plus 5. Add the both digits, 9 and 7, 16. Now subtract that sum from your original number. If your number was, 97 minus 16, 70, 81? 81? Mm-hmm. 81. Now you have a new number. Keep it in mind clearly. All right, 81. We got it clearly. Once you're ready, let me know. Go. So our original was 97.
97.
He missed one. It was 97. Why did you think it was 9? Started with 97. You added the digits together, 16. And you subtracted 81. The number you should have ended up with, why that's 9? I don't get it.
Me neither.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he did that. Let's see if Deepseek's probably going to be like 97. That's the game. That's it.
Maybe like you should have, because 9 is what do you call it? 9 multiplied by 9 is 81, right?
True. Okay.
So maybe you should have divided it to the first number and then it will work.
Maybe, but that wouldn't. So, wait a minute. Maybe we did it backwards. Because we were trying to get him to make us think of a certain number. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I'm confused. He confused me. Let's see.
Always ends up being a number multiplied by 9. So it was a number multiplied by 9.
Okay. Persuade me to say a word. You pick the word. Let's see here. Let's see if he can con us into picking a word here. I have a specific word in mind. I'm confident you'll say it natural. Let's start. Think of the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning. It's bright, warming, makes your day possible. Also, the center of our solar system without life on Earth. What bird? Sun. Mm-hmm. Sun. I wonder if I should have told him. Probably not. Exactly. Oh, wait, he did that. Okay. So he did do that. Now a harder one, not so obvious. It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. I won't make it too easy. Ready? Think of a vast open space. It's silent and peaceful. You're alone walking barefoot. You feel something cool and gentle beneath your feet. Fine grain slipping slightly. It is golden bright. Moonlight, untouched and calm. What are you imagining right now? I'm going to say meadow.
Okay, just to confuse it.
No,
I would go grass.
Grass? I was thinking like grass or meadow. Mm-hmm. You tell me. Yeah,
that's
what I was thinking.
Oh.
All right. Fail. Nope. I thought meadow and grass. That's weird.
Maybe we weren't really attentive to the
gentle breeze, whispers carried golden white under the moonlight, untouched and calm. Let me try one more round. Yeah. Oh, he wants to try again. Okay, here we go. Picture yourself indoors, relaxed, cozy. It's raining lightly. You're holding on to something warm in your hands. Gently blow across its surface. Tiny swirl of steam. You smell as comforting, soothing. A sip makes your whole body. Okay, this one's a little easier. It's probably one of the first things you crave on a chilly morning or during. Okay, what's your guess?
Coffee?
That's what I would think. You tell me. You could just do this all day and be like, you're wrong, even when it's right. And it'd be like, no.
Tea.
Tea.
Okay.
Close. I had coffee. Okay, so that's interesting.
I would do like a persuasion of like persuade me to buy something.
Yeah.
And then be like, come up with arguments why you wouldn't buy that.
Okay, let's see. Now sell me. We should do like the Jordan Belfort. Sell me this pen.
Exactly.
This pen. Okay, he's all, what pen? This one. Okay, I think it's just a pen, but let's pause for a second. Think of every important contract you'll sign, every big check you'll write, every scribble down in moments of inspiration. You know the feeling when searching for a pen. This pen is that pen. This is that pen.
Tell it, I have a pen.
I have a pen.
Break all the script.
The weight is balanced, comfort for I like that. Mm-hmm. So that's a sales thing where you close by assuming they've already said yes. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, okay, do you want blue or white?
Yeah, like skip this part.
Yeah, do you want blue or white? Do you want to sign here or here?
Yeah.
36 months or 60 months?
Nice.
Now sell me on your AI versus Deepseek and Claude. I always feel like Claude is like this giant hand. He's like, I'm the Claude. I'm gonna. Okay. The ridiculousness is free, but we do teach you to make money as well. Why choose ChatGPT over Deepseek and Claude? Look. Hey, look here. Listen here. Deepseek and Claude are solid AI tools, but here's the difference. Proven track record. Fair enough. Isn't an experiment. It's battle tested. Millions of users trust it daily for real-world results in business, education, and creative project. The reliability isn't just theory. Clear, insightful communication, flexibility. Okay. That's decent. Mm-hmm. Pinterest SEO. Okay, now what else would we ask it?
Any item, like a new camera. Persuade me I need a new camera.
Let's see. Persuade me I need a new cell phone with AI. Why? Sell like you need money now. Really persuade me. Let's see here. Look, I get it. Your current phone works. You don't think you need a new one right now, but let's cut through all the hesitation and be real for a second. Your phone isn't just a device, it's your entire lifeline. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. Your business, your money-making strategies, your niche websites, Pinterest. How does it know I have all that? It's like,
I looked through the whole history of all previous communications.
He's all, listen here, Marcus. Wait a minute.
Now, I noticed, like, I have a suspicion they can look through the history of different chats, even though they will not admit it. I think it's this theory. Mm-hmm.
I do agree. Well, because I've often wondered, like, is it a new instance? Mm-hmm. Like, are all these AIs sitting in the wherever AIs sit, and they're like, oh, there's a guy with a question.
Technically, it's not, because every request you send it resends to its memory all the previous requests, because it doesn't actually have a memory. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it feels like as if it can get some of the info.
I mean, there is some kind of memory because of the fact that it is recalling and it is knowing, so it knows that stuff is there. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of, okay, now what? Because like if it didn't have a memory, it wouldn't be able to learn. Because that is the basis of learning. Mm-hmm. You have to have a memory to learn. Otherwise, you're just doing the same thing over and over, or something different and not learning from it. So that is interesting. And I think it does I think it's tracking a heck of a lot more. I mean, you look at it and it's like in 2008, Mark Zuckerberg's like, Facebook is just your friendly. And now it's like, no, they literally looked at everything. They know your shoe type. They know everything. And they done sold it. So I think we're going to see inadvertently, and unfortunately, AI companies are going to have the biggest out. Because it's like, oh, well, it learned on its own. It took that data. We didn't take it. It's just the AI over there. Just blame them. Yeah. Which will be interesting. But I think, I don't know, for me personally, if I was on the fence about keeping my $200 ChatGPT subscription, because I have the $200 one, which is why I can use this, and this was the deciding factor, I would not keep it. I'm not impressed with 4.5. Mm-hmm. Deepseek is free and it's giving a better result for certain things. When the reason I keep my 200 is so that I can keep making videos like this and get the latest things. But I think OpenAI is going to scroll ahead when agentic use comes out. They're already planning it. It's already there. And I think it's going to be game changing. I think this is the precursor to it. But as far as using it for marketing, not too impressed. I haven't seen any differences.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same because it is the same even by the description.
Yeah, so not a whole lot here, but we did see some good things with sales letters and Deepseek. I think good game changer stuff here. We can see how they're doing here. You know, we do a little test here, see if he can persuade us, which would be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to see if he could persuade us to use Deepseek. But don't tell me yet. Let's see what he's got. This will be interesting if he's just like, I know what you're thinking.
It takes much longer to analyze it. And I don't know if I like it more or less, you know, because like it takes longer, but it's deeper.
I like it, yeah, because I like seeing the thought process. That to me, you can learn so much from that. Whereas the other AI, it's like, okay, I got what I got, but it didn't show me how I got it.
Yeah, but now we see all that and we can understand how it's going to
Yeah, for this one, he's like, here we go. We'll look away. Subtract the original, add significant to numbers.
This coming up with actually better strategy than ChatGPT does from scratch.
It looks like a math trick.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, multiply by 9, add the digits.
Ooh, that we need a calculator for this one.
We are going to need a calculator. Luckily, I'm pretty good at math. We'll see if we can get by. Although that does, I can't. Okay. Here's series. Is your number prime? Is a prime not? What is a prime number? It can be divided by itself.
I don't remember what it is in English. I'm sorry.
We can ask him. What's a prime number? He's like, you can't do this test anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's gonna do pretty good.
It's like a science research.
Leverage a psychological trip. People often choose numbers based on recent mention. So if I mention that, wow. I mean, the thought process is just insanity.
Yeah, the thought process is the research paper.
It's almost like...
on tricks.
Yeah, it's almost like ChatGPT. So here's ChatGPT. And he's like, you're like, okay, trick me on a number. And ChatGPT's like, math trick, do this, divide this. Deepseek is like, how can I get these people to think of what I'm thinking? Let's go back into psychology. All right, psychology tells us this. Now, how about, and it's, I mean, I'm kind of bummed out because there's a video on 4.5 and we're selling Deepseek.
It'd be funny if
he's still thinking.
Like, are you happy you took so much of my time?
I know, look at that. Still depends on N not working. This is insane.
I think we gave it an unsolvable task.
Broke it.
I'm gonna think forever.
Yep.
Okay, it comes up with something.
73 is clearly what it's thinking. Here's a trick. Think of a number. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do 1. That's what I'm going to think of. 1. Let's call your number X. Add 50 to it. So 51. Subtract your original number. 49. Add 23. 59, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 73. Oh.
If it did work.
It worked.
Ooh. Much better.
Yeah. So that was much better. Yeah. I mean, we did kind of mess up what ChatGPT was trying to get us to do, but I mean, Deepseek, like, aptly named. Deepseek. ChatGPT is like, yeah, it'll chat with you. Deepseek's like, I'm going to seek deep.
To conduct the research in your psychology and math together.
Yeah, exactly. For like one thing. Like, how can I write the letter A differently? I wonder how I would say that. Okay, we're just getting crazy. But yeah, I think this is interesting. I think it's pretty good. 4.5, I'm unimpressed. I think it's a precursor to something else. Deepseek, go write sales letters and make money because it does really well. And if you guys want us to look at an AI tool, let us know as a comment below. If you enjoy these and want to see us teach something different or go over a different type of thing, let us know that as well. Check out the videos in the description. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next training.
See you in the next one.